I want to talk about my book haul at the start of this year. First off, I've got this copy of Nietzsche's Ecce Homo. Now, I am an admirer of Nietzsche and his bold stances. He had once written that he wants to write in one sentence what others write in an entire book. This aim of his encapsulates his confidence and the grandeur of his writing. Ecce Homo is an interesting choice for an autobiographical title because this is a Latin phrase which translates to "behold the man." That is the expression that Pontius Pilate had used after dragging the dead body of Jesus Christ after his crucifixion on Golgotha Hill. Next is a book that I've been meaning to peruse for a long time since I had watched this YouTube video on Brian Greene's channel, World Science Festival. It is Max Tegmark's Our Mathematical Universe. Now, the central question of this book is whether mathematics is a language that human beings have devised to describe the world in which we live in, or whether mathematics is an intrinsic part of the universe itself. Galileo was of the opinion that this universe, mathematics is its language. Similarly, my favorite ancient philosopher, natural philosopher, Plato, he was of this similar opinion that our physical reality is an imitation of a perfect Platonic world of perfect shapes and ideals. This Platonic ideal of the universe has found an evolved expression in Max Tegmark's hypothesis that our universe is an emanation from a fundamental layer of mathematics. From the bowels of mathematical perfection emanates our physical reality. In fact, not just our physical reality, but any possible physical reality that exists has its base layer in a mathematical form. I mean, this is not that far-fetched because we have encountered many such instances in history where mathematics has preceded physics. We've had 4D geometry, Minkowski space. These have long existed before the existence of relativity and higher dimensions in our physical world. Now, the mathematicians who had formed these theorems, they never even imagined that these mathematical forms that are so imaginative, they would ever have a physical explanation or a physical expression in our reality. But later on, of course, we now have physical basis of a physical reality that consists of higher dimensions, and therefore the entirety of our physical reality being a crystallized form of mathematics is not that radical. Next is a book titled Active Galactic Nuclei. This is a compilation of lectures in the 1990s by the Swiss Society of Astrophysics. This is not a pop science book, hence it's going to be hard for me to digest as physics is not my subject, but physics and particularly cosmology is my all-time favorite topic, hence I'm going to try and decipher whatever's in this book. Then there's a book of a similar ring. It's called The Geology of Impact Basins. This is a planetary science book. It records and researches the consequences of asteroid impacts on moons and other entities in our solar system. After this, there's this omnibus of novels by D.H. Lawrence. This needs no introduction. D.H. Lawrence, I've already read most of his works. However, I am looking forward to what's there in this one. I have yet to unwrap this book, but I'm looking forward to it. Next, I have this very thin book. It's called Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke. The Arthur C. Clarke, who is one of the great founding fathers of science fiction in the 20th century. In other words, this guy is one of my prophets. I'm sure this is going to be a revealing read. I mean, Arthur C. Clarke, along with a few other writers such as Asimov and Philip K. Dick, these guys, they have influenced and basically shaped my ideas and thoughts about the world in which I exist. Of course, this guy wrote 2001, if you know what I mean. So that's pretty much it for now. I will not be able to read any of these anytime soon as I am involved in something important right now, but I am looking forward to it. Let's de-brain rot, declutter, and nourish our minds. This is what I and all of us desperately require right now, and all the best to us.